Hello everybody, Calamity here, and sorry it's been a few days since my last replay review. But today we have a replay from my YouTube comments. So I totally forgot to say this at the end of my videos recently, but yes, you can leave some replay codes in the comments and I will take a look at them. As long as you have like a valid reason for me to look at them and isn't just you like, like look at me go 60-0 on Doomfist when I'm smurfing or whatever. That's not what the codes are there for. I'm here to actually like help people that want to be better. Anyways, I'm gonna read your comment first and then we'll head into the well, I'm already in your replay, but we'll go ahead and look at it. So you say, hey, great video. I am Viet Ninja. You made a video on my Ana gameplay once, and it has really helped me. Still working on the support grind, but decided to try some DPS in comp, and I played Genji. If you're willing to review it, I would greatly appreciate it. It was a 6v6 Runa Sapi. My 5v5 DPS is gold 3, and my 6v6 rank is plat 4. Not gonna lie, I kind of picked Genji this game because no one else on my team picked a hero. So I just wanted to see how far I could go as Genji, and I think I did well. Definitely misplayed a bit and looking to improve as always. I know Genji is a hard hero, and honestly, I haven't played Genji since he had triple jump and he could leap across the map in seconds, but this Runasapi game gave me the confidence that maybe if I put in more practice, I could get somewhere in DPS as Genji. I don't like playing DPS in general except for Genji and Vendetta. And outside of them, my DPS roster is Cass, Soldier 76, and Freya. Thanks for the videos and hoping to hit Diamond this season. Okay, first of all, that's a great hero to add to your pool. If you have Soldier 76, Cass, and Freya, those are very hit scan / projectile character. Well, Freya is the projectile character. And then if you add Genji to that, you'll have a dive character. Although I would say if you do decide to like add Genji or Vendetta to your roster, you want to limit it to like 2, maybe 3 heroes at max. Excuse me, because anything more than that, it's too much of a hero pool, and we have too many different heroes, too many different play styles, and we need to focus on improving on just a smaller number before we branch out, basically. But we will take a look at the replay, but heads up, I am not a Genji main. I don't like the character out of like all the dive characters in the game. He's just not someone I enjoy playing, but I can still critique general playstyle stuff. If you are looking for Genji specific advice, like what would I do here versus this matchup as Genji, versus this character and this character, or what would I do in this situation? You're probably better off asking actual Genji mains, or looking up higher level, maybe like, just like look up diamond, level Genji play. Something that you can actually like sort of replicate since you do want to be diamond, right? That would be more obtainable than say looking up what the pros are doing if they're playing Genji, and not doing Bash and Cat flying around stuff. Anywho, we'll take a look at your game. I will do my best to help you out. Do you remember though that this is 6v6, and because of that, it is actually harder to dive on 6v6, right? Because the extra body, the extra tank means, if you're diving squishies, they do have the option to have one tank go back and peel, whereas in 5v5, tanks are told more often than not to not peel, but just to go for backline trades. So it's diving is actually easier in 5v5. Also, there's less spam. In 6v6, spam usually tends to be king. It's just spam a lot of damage from one side. And usually you come out on top, especially in the lower rank, since no one really wants to flank and do other stuff. But we'll see how your game goes, and again, I'll do my best to help you out and give you some critique, so I'll actually help you in your future games. But let's go ahead and begin. Sorry for the yapping. All right, it's fine. We're waiting for our team. I like your team comp. I'm always a fan of the 2-2-2. It's not always gonna work out every time, but it's my preferred. I hate it when we have like 1 tank, 3 DPS, 2 support, or something stupid like that. But yeah, this is fine. Okay. Wasted the reflect. Nothing is even being shot at you. I guess if you're afraid of the Hanzo just one-tapping you instantly. Sure, but I wouldn't be going for tanks. This right here, not a good usage of your time. I would have just kept pushing forward with your Winston And look at this. You could probably dash into that, throw some more, of your shurikens this way, and this is much more manageable than this scary Malga and Sierra getting you because you don't have your reflect anymore. But yeah, we need to push forward, and maybe that Hanzo dies. Okay. There we go. Nice mythic weapon skin, by the way. But yeah, there you go. I want to see you dive some squishies and not waste your cooldowns on the Malga. There we go. Better. Just needed to dash. Let me go back here after the kill. So you get the kill on Hanzo right here. And then I would immediately, because you're in danger of Malga, wall climb, right? We have the wall climb over. And then maybe dash back this way into your team. And then maybe you don't die here. Yeah, that's just a mechanical error. Forgetting our verticality, stuff like that. Let's go next.
Forward spawn room.
I mean, we're waiting for our team to regroup. Are we all here? Your Winston's here. Your Junker Queen's okay. Yeah, most of you guys are here except one DPS. This is still winnable. Like you guys can still engage here if you guys want to. If there's a commitment from your tanks. If there is though, I wouldn't approach from this angle. You can go either in this room here, start poking someone and like scouting for a low target that way, or go through this way. You can even go through this room, poke here, or go around the back like this. Go for the Juno. Excuse me. But yeah, you have options if they decide to go in. If they're still saying, hey, let's just wait for a full regroup before going in, then what you're doing is okay. Poke from afar. I would still try to go on an off angle though. Yep. Yeah, we're staggering now. This is not good. Take that 1v1. You definitely win this. Nice try with the dash. That's just a mechanical error. Good job with the reflect. Hey, you guys got a pick. Once again, and your other DPS is now back in. This is again another engagement you could go in on. Totally can. I wouldn't fully hard commit to a dive until your reflect is back up. It's the same with like Tracer, right? Like I would not be saying to a Tracer, yeah, go for their backline if you don't have recall. If you don't have reflect, that's your like your saving grace ability, so to speak. But you can obviously just do what you're doing now and just poke. I would definitely go for Juno, since she can't sustain herself. Whoops, I don't know why I said Juno and then I clicked on her. My bad. But yeah, I would go for Juno.
Surrender to my will.
Okay, continuing on. Okay, your tank is back. I would go back to where you were here. Because look at this Juno. She's by herself. Yeah, she has torpedoes probably, but you can reflect that if you want. Or just keep hitting her with your shurikens and stuff and you'll be fine. Or you can help the Winston with the Sierra. Like, we do not go for tanks as Genji. We go for swishies. Unfortunate.
The enemy is pushing their barricade.
This is looking pretty bad. Pretty early on. They're snowballing a little bit. Wasted dash. But we can, yeah, I guess you guys can kill the Malga with the Kitsune. Maybe not. I really would have preferred if you went for the squishies though. There we go. Yes. You can even blade here if you want.
Let's take him to the wasteland.
Wow, he does not have any trigger discipline whatsoever. He just sends those arrows. Twice you got him with the reflect now. Okay. Better late than never.
これを舐めてもらっては困る
Or you honestly could have chased that.
The battle ignites me.
You honestly could have chased that Mizuki. Don't let him scare you.
I will make use of
But you guys
this.
win the fight. Good job. Okay. Yes, I like what I'm seeing right here. This is good. Good dash. There you go. Nope.
Robots ours.
Definitely not now. Not with the shout. Wait, you guys have a... Oh, yeah, you guys have a Zen. So yeah, he does melt pretty fast. Maybe... Okay, if he is discorded, that's fine. Careful. Back up, back up, back up. Wow, the amount of people that just keep shooting into reflect is insane in this game.
Barricades moving.
ありがとう
Surprising to me, man. Like, I don't know. Like most people know to not cheat the reflecting Genji, but here I am seeing you get value out of it like 3 times. Off angle. You don't need to be on the robot. I would honestly, yeah, like your Winston is a great diving partner. Like I would be pairing up with him and seeing what y'all can like dive together. And right now, if you went with him, this Hanzo is dead. Like straight up, he is just gonna die if you were with your Winston right now. You do not need to be on the robot. You already have 5 people on there. Yeah, it's there's plenty. Good shots from your Zen. And now your Winston dies there, and he didn't have to die. You could have helped him there. That was 100% something you could have assisted with. Ouch on the ult. Yeah, once you start noticing your teammates are falling, yeah, it's okay if you want to pull back here, regroup, kind of thing. Scary, scary, scary. Reflect is good, but it ain't that good. Let's keep going to the next fight. Okay. Genji mains are gonna have to answer if you can reflect that chain thingy from Mizuki, because I have no idea actually. I'm assuming you can, but it didn't look like you reflected it. So now I'm like second guessing if it's reflectable.
Let the Kitsune guide you.
This is looking pretty dire. I would have preferred you to try to team fight with your team here because you guys had Kitsune over here. Rather than you trying to 1v1 the Junker Queen. Like, I know the robot is a priority, but if you helped your team here, maybe you guys get some kills. Maybe some of them don't die, and then you guys can re-engage on the robot. Not quite sure, though. Anywho, this looks pretty bad, but there's a long bit of replay, so obviously you guys are going to make some sort of comeback here. This is crazy. Yeah, see, that's the kind of reaction I'm expecting with Reflect. People just like look away. That's crazy to pop that at like less than half your HP, but hey. Wowee. I think you're Zen right now. Kills there. Like, it's okay to go for the tanks when you're doing the cleanup. You need, like, your first initial kill should always be on a DPS or a support. And then you can go for the tanks after. But the fact that you go for the tanks first is, like, not a good... That's not a good, sign or a good, Genji habit. Good kill there. Keep going. Keep going for kills. It's not over yet. Right? I don't know why we're backing up. Like, now you can kind of poke this, who is it? Oh, that's a weird Junker Queen skin. Sorry. You can go for this Junker Queen who just shouted, or you can go for the Zen. You could go for the music key over here. Like, it's your choice. Keep going. Keep going. You guys have the momentum right now. Like, I'm not saying full commit hard dive because no one's in there quite yet, but you could still just poke. Poke, poke, poke. See how your Winston went in? That's your sign to go in as well. Or you don't have to go in or hard commit, but it's a sign you can go in because they're probably going to be distracted with the bubble, with the Winston, and you could just, hi, and then just start right-clicking or just throwing shurikens in their face, whatever you want to do. Or try to maybe catch them off guard with a surprise reflect and Zen kills himself or something like that. I don't know. Yeah, this is okay. You don't have to hard commit. But when you're playing Genji or just any dive in general, try to keep an eye on what in 6v6 at least one of your tanks is doing. But in 5v5, obviously keep it a close eye what your tank is doing. That's your timing window, right? Like when you see the dive tank dive, that's your freedom to go in. Because if you just try to dive by yourself, chances are you'll probably get melted. If your tank isn't ready to go in yet, or your team is still setting up, etc., etc. So we need to just check. Okay, what's our Winston doing? What's our or other dive DPS? You have a Reaper as well, right? So maybe you can dive with him. Right now he's kind of off angle poking. That's fine. You got discorded, so we don't have to dive right now. You can just chill for a bit. Okay, a little bit of reflect value. Take it. Careful. Okay.
Time for the reckoning.
The one time it was okay for you to go for a tank, you weren't looking. You see that? Look. Little tunnel vision right here. You're shooting Junker Queen. You're shooting.
Time for.
Look at the Malgo on your right. There's a couple more shots, and this dude maybe falls over. Maybe. Crazy dive. Yeah, that's a crazy dive. I don't know. I saw the blood vision or whatever, the bloodlust, right, to dive into like 5 heroes. But yeah, you just got melted there. Okay, that's fine there. You are a perfect counter to this ult, by the way. That's not something I even thought about. But yeah, Mizuki ult is like, yeah, whatever. If you have blade, you just walk in there and just start slicing up anyways. Good kills here.
The winds of death are strong.
I honestly haven't had an issue with your ults. Maybe the first one could have been like a little bit sooner, but your ult value has been good. And you end up managing to turn the games around because of it. Okay.
Come on, robot.
I think maybe you could have delayed the reflect a little bit, but if your plan was just to wait for your dash cooldown and just leave, that's totally fine. You can go for the med kit on your left or behind you now. Med kit awareness is good. As a dive hero, we need to know where they're at because I don't want you to be one of those Genjis that's pressing I need healing when you take any instance of damage. I need you to be a self-sufficient Genji that knows where the health kits are and doesn't have to rely on their supports. I guarantee you, just knowing medkit awareness will make you better than like 9 out of 10 Genjis in gold or plat, whether it's 5v5 or 6v6. Unfortunate, but hey, you got the kill eventually. That's very dangerous what you just did. If you did that at the wrong timing and you eat several of those shots from Zen right there, from his charge shot barrage thingy, you die. In fact, you're almost about to right here. Okay. Yeah. Very, very risky what you did there. Remember, when you dive, you want to be a surprise. You want to go from an off angle. You had that one building, like, instead of diving like this way, you could have gone in here, like this way instead, and then dash. once they start looking at you. Okay, go next. Next fight.
Time for the reckoning!
Now, I mean, this is just staggering attempts here. It looks very chaotic, very 6v6, you know, typical stuff. So it's very hard to critique here, but we just need to regroup. We need a full reset, regroup. Obviously, there's still time on the replay, so it's not over yet. But yeah. Let's fast forward to where you guys group up. Wow, this is gonna be a long overtime push then.
We have the robot! Get over here!
Alright.
10 seconds remaining.
Alright. That's a cage. Again, you're also a good counter for that if you have Blade. If you're just like Shuriken Genji right now with Reflect, you can get in there and do a little bit of damage, but yeah, it's gonna be pretty rough. I like this. I like this focus. Good job on the Sierra. Keep going, go for that. I don't know if you know there's an Ashe there, if you heard her, but I would have kept going. Keep going for off angles. Or we can go for the Zen too. That works. Ooh, no, that's unfortunate. We needed to approach that better. I would have kept going for the off angle. You would have run into Ashe. You don't know that because of my wall hacks on the replay view there, but if we go back a little bit here. So good kill there. Right here, you don't have to commit a dash so soon. It's a little too soon. You could have just kept double jump, right click, and then just chase him normally. And then when you engage him right here, like you have this corner to play with cover, you know, pop in and out. Then you dash through him 180, right click. Or you know, whatever if you're on controller, sorry for the controller folks watching, you do the spread throw. The console button for the spread throw. I don't know what that is. I'm sorry. I don't play on console. But yeah, that was definitely a winnable duel. It's just how we approached it was incorrect. Okay.
Don't leave the robot, and we win!
Wow, this is so surprising that you guys. Oh, well, I don't even know if you guys win this or if you guys like make one really good push. But yeah, you guys are winning. Okay, you almost through there. Okay, scary. Again, we're not really. This is Winston. I don't know if he was giving you flack in the chat, but I would be very sad if I was this Winston because you haven't been helping him on his dives. He's been mostly solo for a lot of his dives, and he's dying because of it. And that doesn't make him a bad Winston. He's doing the right thing. He's diving as a dive tank. It's just maybe if he had like a little bit more help here and there, maybe he doesn't die. Maybe he gets a couple extra kills. But here, fortunately, he does get a kill on his own, and he's possibly gonna get more. But you can also have Blade, so you can definitely dash in. Yep, pop it. Okay, maybe you don't need to pop it. Just kidding. Good anti from your Ana as well. Okay, you can definitely save it for the next fight.
Blade is ready to be unleashed.
I thought there was more of them alive, to be honest. That's what I was saying. Pop your ult. I didn't realize that was clean up. Yeah, right here. Don't need to be here. Set yourself up fast. Again, you just be here, right? You just have to be here. You don't have to commit fully yet. But you can maybe like scout, see, is there someone kind of isolated right now by themselves that I could dive? Not really, right? So I'm just gonna wait, poke, do a little bit of damage, force them to look away from your tank so they have less pressure and they get more worried, about like incoming threats from different sides. And then if you see a hard commitment from your tank or another dive DPS, then you can go in and start blading. That's how I would approach this. Yeah, I would just do what you're doing, but from a different angle. Yep, exactly. Right here. You don't have to. You don't have to do that. You don't have to.
鬼の剣をくれ
But because you have Blade, this is okay. Wow, they popped all the ults for your Blade. That's so. Oh wait, I thought they don't have the Zen anymore. I thought that was their Zen popping trans. Yeah, we didn't have to commit that hard. With the dash so soon. Again, just wait for the Winston or someone to go in before you start doing that. Otherwise, yeah, people were able just to focus you down there. Is that gonna be it? Okay, let's take a look at your stats. I mean, you didn't do bad. 24 and 8. 9 almost 10k damage. That's pretty good. I mean, you did more than the your other DPS was struggling. Do you guys win this? Hold on. It doesn't look like it. Oh, it was close. Okay, so I will go ahead and just say that at the beginning of the match, even though some of your dive approaches were incorrect, you did bring your team back from the brink of losing, I believe, twice with some good blades. Once when you guys were like getting pushed up to your all the way back to your spawn, and then once again, honestly, when they were like close up to your spawn and you got multiple kills with blade, those were really good. Those saved your team, and you guys got to play a little bit longer. However, you did drop the ball a little bit in the second half onwards when your dives were just not working out, or you were losing the 1v1s, like when we lost to Zen here. We didn't need to die there. We're dashing into their team a little too much. And the way we're approaching is just not good. So yeah, just to reiterate some of the stuff I said, when you're playing with Genji, especially if you have a dive tank, whether it's 5v5 or 6v6, play with them. Work with them. You would have gotten a lot more kills safely with your with your Winston, and maybe your Winston wouldn't have died so much either. And the way you're approaching dives, right? We don't need to be going main poking the tank or whatever. That's not you. That's not you. You don't need to do that. If you were like maybe a hit scan DPS or something, sure. But especially in 6v6, that with with all the healing and stuff going out and the spam, I need you not on the front lines, but on the side, right? You're a ninja, right? Ninjas are like stealthy assassin-like warriors, right? So, this whole like fighting down main isn't really your thing. We need to attack from the side, from the shadows, so to speak. And be careful with how we approach. We want to be in there when chaos is already happening, when people are already distracted by either another dive DPS or a tank, for example, or they're just engaging in like regular brawl combat if you don't have like a dive tank to work with. Let's say you had just your jungler queen and let's say a Rhine. Okay, wait for your Rhine and your jungler queen to commit to a kill then. And start, when they're in there swinging their hammers and stuff like that. But yeah, Genji is a lot about patience and just waiting for the right opportunity. If you just keep trying to go in as Genji, it's not going to work out really well. But again, I am not the most knowledgeable. I'm not the most well experienced Genji main out there. I don't play this character a lot, so if you are looking for more Genji specific advice, try to find other content creators out there, or try to find just replays of higher leveled Genji players and just see what they are doing, how they are approaching their dives, their kills, their duels and stuff like that, and just try to adapt that to your own gameplay. But other than that, that's gonna do it for me. I hope this was helpful. Like I said, not the best with Genji, but I did try. If you have any other questions about Genji, I'll do my best to try to answer them, or 6v6, or just diving in general, stuff like that. Feel free to leave them in a comment down below in this video, and I will do my best to help you out. Other than that, though, that's it for me. If anyone else that's watching this replay has advice for a fellow Genji player, feel free to do so in the comments as well, but do so nicely, please. That's all I ask. And I will see you all in the next video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Feel free to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, helps me out a lot. I make plenty of videos like these in the future, and I will do so hopefully very soon. So I'll see you guys then.